What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJ Arco.
And I am the queen, and you are tuned in to Boss Talk.
And today, as always, we have some more of our fabulous skaters. Now, one skater we actually had spoke to previously,
Yeah.
and today we're actually doing something different because it's not too often that we actually get two people on here at one time.
I know.
So we have a previous guest who goes by the name Mike, aka Diddy.
Yeah.
And we also have another guest who goes by the name of, you go ahead and introduce yourself, my man.
What's up, people? It's Jit, better known as Jit Thomas,
All right.
better known as the dynamic duo of Jit and Diddy.
Oh,
The
oh.
dynamic duo. Dynamic duo. That's what's up. That's what's up. So you guys have been skating together for how long now?
I don't know, man. Probably very long enough. I would say better part of 20 years, something like that, maybe.
20 years.
20 years?
20 years. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Now we gotta go a little deeper than that. We're gonna go deeper than that. You forgot second grade, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, second.
Oh yeah.
Oh, y'all was in grade school skating.
Yeah.
Second
Yeah,
grade.
we was in the same second grade class that went to the skating for my first time. Me and him was in the same second grade classroom together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
So we both started skating at the same
I
time.
wanna, like in the 80s.
In the
Yeah,
80s?
1989.
86.
1989.
89.
Yeah.
It's okay. You go ahead and drink your drink. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Holiday weekend.
Well, we want to say thanks for joining us. So, we want to get
Most
to know, what I'm saying, a little bit about you guys and everything. Now, Mike, aka Diddy, I'm just gonna call you Diddy. We actually spoke to you previously about your accolades, which you have a lot of accolades.
Yeah.
As far as the movies and so forth. So, Jit, we're gonna talk to you a little bit about your experience in there. So, so let's start with the first movie that you did, and what was your experience with that?
Actually, the time that movie took place, it was the time I was about to go on tour.
And that movie was Roll Bounce, correct?
Roll Bounce.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I did Roll Bounce, but at the time when I was doing Roll Bounce, he was supposed to go out there to be like the extra out there, but he couldn't do it because there was a recording artist here in Virginia. Her name is Tyra. So like he was on tour with Tyra, and they were like touring the country. So he was like basically background dancing for Tyra.
Oh wow!
Okay.
So you're background dancing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you was roller skating, but now you background dance. So what was you doing?
That's why he skates so good.
Hey, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was on tour. Actually, it was 2 tours. It was Destiny Child as a field tour. Their last tour that they did, and there was Ross Park going back to school tour.
Wow. Okay, real quick, you have a little bit of popping in your audio, so I'm not sure if it's the headset or something, but yeah, something's popping. But let's go back. So you actually toured with Destiny Child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, is it the original 3 members
or the new Destiny?
Now it's Kelly, Beyonce, and Michelle.
Okay, the original.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah. So how was that working with them and roller skating? And were you roller skating? No, you were dancing in there. Okay. So how did that come about?
When I went, oh boy,
long time ago.
When that came about, what? Yeah, very long time. I was always dancing, and then we picked back up skating in '96.
Okay.
And so when we picked back skating in '96, that's when we took off. But I was still dancing too.
Okay.
So that break in 2005, that's when the tour happened.
Okay.
I took my skates on the road. Trust and believe, I did.
Like any good skater should.
Hey. Yeah. So the first place where we went was St. Louis, and we rehearsed in the skating rink. And I forgot my skates on the bus.
Oh man!
I forgot my skates on the tour bus.
Wow!
And they actually had a session going on that night.
Wow!
Oh, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So are you?
It was.
Yeah. So are you a trained professional dancer, like you went to school for, or it was just something that you're just naturally gifted with, and you just woke up, came out the womb, just dancing and everything like that?
Hey, gifted, because the name that my grandma gave me was Jitterbug.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice, nice.
So I was always moving and dancing and won't keep still.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man,
but as I got older, I shortened.
School, this man could outrun, out backflip, out dance anybody. I'm telling you, he was probably born to do it.
Can you still do it now?
He probably can.
Nah.
So the knees ain't the same.
Nah, the knees ain't the same. I done had a meniscus tear. Mm-hmm. I had surgery on my right knee, and I got a posture rip on my left knee. So, all that,
right.
Backflip.
So, how did you go from dancing on tour to being into the movie Roll Bounce? How did that come about?
Yeah, he didn't do the movie. I did the movie.
Oh, yeah, you did the movie.
He said he was on tour.
You were supposed to do it. Got you.
Yeah, but he was gone the entire time. Yeah. So when I finished, it's almost like his tour date and me finishing the movie, they stopped around the same time.
Oh.
As soon as I got back,
same time.
He came back within like 2 days of me being back home from Chicago, and then he came back off the road, and man, we went on a tear from there.
Okay.
So how did that feel, knowing that you missed being in the movie, but then again, you on stage with Beyonce?
Come on, you know.
You know.
Yeah, it was I'm gonna tell you something, man. It was a bad feeling for me. It was a bad feeling because honestly, people don't know. I wanted him out there, and I asked him to be out there a bunch of times, but he was on the road, so he couldn't break loose from the tour. But the problem was that everybody else I was there with had a partner except for me.
Yeah.
Everybody else. So Red had Leroy, who was in the movie. Mahaja was there. He flew in with Tony Camacho, who Tony Camacho was his partner up to that date. Mikey, who was there with Bill, who Mikey and Bill skated for, God, I don't know how many years together. And then every other week or so, this little Asian lady named Eureka would fly in. So Eureka was Michael Johnson's Bow Wow's double. That was her partner. So everybody's there with their partner, and I'm there kind of like left to like fend for myself. But at the time, I'm strongest with Jit. So I still can skate and do different things, but everybody's showing up with their partner, and I'm like, yeah, okay, this is great. You guys have your partner, but like I don't have mine. So I'm kind of handicapped in the moment. Yeah. You know, it's like seeing like Jordan without Pippen, you know, whatever the case may be. And that's how I felt a lot of the times. So it was it was crazy, man.
But they paid for it though. Yeah. And the reason why I said they paid for it, because out of all the people that you just named, none of them really got in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
A lot of those people didn't get like they didn't get like any awards like for like skating like doubles or like if there was like a skate competition or like a skater like the adrenaline awards, none of those people ever won. They never beat any of us.
Wow.
And like the skate world, when they had the awards, none of them ever won against us. So if they were in a category with us, they probably lost.
Wow. So when you came back from tour and you got done with the movie, I mean, you guys came together. You mentioned from there it was on. So
yeah, it was on.
So once you guys got your reunion back together, did you guys sit down and be like, hey man, look, I just did this. I just did this. Okay, what we gonna do next?
Yeah, this is what happened when I was there.
We just went straight to the lab.
We went to the lab, man. I mean, when I came back, I had all the demo tapes that basically of all the people who tried out for Roll Bounce, but they didn't make it. And then I also had Mikey gave me a bunch of tapes of him and Eureka skating. So Eureka was like a great skate partner to have. She made Mikey look really good, and she was talented and could remember a lot of moves. So I took those tapes, and me and Jit studied the tapes, and I was skating 7 days a week for 3 months.
Wow.
So I just came back, and by Jit dancing, he has to remember continuous routines. So his memory is like great. You can just show him something one time and he has it. Yeah, he has it. You don't have to go over it twice or nothing, anything like that. So I took the tapes, and once he showed me the tapes, we took what I didn't know before I left, with Mikey showing me stuff, and then the tapes. And after that, we just got in the lab and we just cooked up our style at that. That's it. Took the bass line and just made our own thing. That was
ran with it.
Yeah.
Ran with it.
So you guys pretty much became students of the game then, just by studying everything and so forth. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
that's why we got to the point where he is now.
Yeah.
Wow. So although y'all started skating like in elementary school together, when did you guys actually like click with your skating and get to the point that you knew like this was going to be my partner? Was it in elementary school, like when you start going, or did somewhere down the line did you guys hook up and say this is going to be my partner?
It picked back up at high school.
Okay.
It's about high school. Okay. We was in the same high school. Yeah, we went through school together the whole time, and we lived in the same neighborhood the whole time. But we started clicking real hard in high school, and then we started going skating every single Saturday, Sunday, staying out the skating rink, and we just started clicking. That was it.
So, Jit, were you going for the girls too? Nah. Thought I forgot about that. Was you going for the girls too, or was you going to skate?
Nah, see, that's one thing about me. When I go skate, I go skate. Like if the girls go to look and want to interact, then that's fine. But I go to get my skate on.
Hey, I go to get my skate on.
I do.
But there was always
the stuff that we do.
There was always couple skates. So I'm skating, but you can catch me on couple skate. We can talk about all that later. Always couple skates.
Where was you at a couple skate, Jit?
I plead the fifth.
He pleaded the fifth.
He pleading the fifth. Okay. Yeah, I hear you.
So do you still skate now, Jit? How often? Well, of course, right now you're not, but how often do you skate now?
It all depends. It all depends. I don't skate like how back in the day how I used to skate. But if the wifey want to go skate, then we'll go skate. But other than that, I don't really be like eager to go.
Okay.
We hear somebody's wind in the background. I hear a lot of wind.
Probably me. I'm outside of my deck. It's probably my wind.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So all right. So let's back up a little bit. Okay. So you guys met up again, and y'all went and did y'all thing. So how many awards have you guys actually won?
I think adrenaline awards. I think there may have been like 4 adrenaline awards, but we was always winning local competitions. We won like this guy named Brian Dawson. He has a radio station in Raleigh, North Carolina. So he had a skate party there. And they had a little competition. So just said, hey man, we should just enter the competition, and we'll probably win. So I was like, all right, let's just enter it. So we enter it, and it comes down to us and one other couple. It was I don't know their brother and sister or what, but they were really good. They were awesome. I mean, they were real good. So I thought we was gonna lose to them, but because they were hitting just as many moves as us. And we ended up going the distance with them, and they picked us to win. Here's the crazy part of the story: we won, and I thought that they were gonna pay us that night. So I was so generous because like I said, I was so generous that when we won, I told them, I said, hey man, you guys came down to the end. I said, yo, I don't mind sharing the winnings with y'all because you guys was just as good as us.
Yeah.
They didn't pay us at the end. I had to wait like a month or 2 to get that little radio station check that they gave us. I felt horrible about not paying them half of the money because they were so good. They were really, really good. Yeah, but we ended up winning that and a bunch of other competitions.
Yeah, we see that the awards.
Jid got some awards that he's showing us. What are they for, Jid?
Yeah, Jid.
Hey, what was those for?
I got mine in my mom's house in a trophy store.
Those adrenaline?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Which category?
Skate duo.
Best duo.
Best duo.
Best duo.
All
Best
right
duo.
now.
Best duo. So
Yeah,
y'all was
I got
like
mad when
Batman
my
and
mom
Robin
had.
then. Y'all was like Batman and
Yeah.
Robin then out there. You know?
You ain't lying. Sometimes that was Batman. People don't. A lot of people don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you. Having a good partner is great because sometimes you can be on your game. Sometimes you weak. Sometimes you strong. It was nice that I was very strong, and it was nice that I ain't have it. And it was time. It was things that I'm good at, and it's things that I'm not good at. Like Jit Crazy Legs is way better than mine. So it'd be a situation that we in where I ain't that good at Crazy Legs. I can get on the ground and do a bunch of other moves and do spins and slides. It may be somebody that want that business with the Crazy Legs, and Jit is there, or I'm winded, or I'm gassed, and Jit is like, "Yo, I got that."
Yeah.
You know, so people don't understand having a good partner is great, man. Like it's having some nights, like I say, some nights people may have thought I would have been the strongest skater, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like legitimately, he was Jordan some nights. I'm telling you, he was Jordan because it's without any Jit, it ain't no me, man. I wouldn't have won none of those awards if Jit wasn't there. If Jit wasn't there by my side, because I didn't. It was no other partners I really came up with at that point. Like we skated a lot together, and we lived near each other. We rehearsed together and everything. So it was a good time for us, man. It was a very good time.
Nice, nice. Now, if Jit, if you can go back and change anything, would you change anything?
I would change a damn thing.
Really? Well,
What about Jay? Would you not went on tour with Beyonce?
Hey, look. If that didn't happen the same time that happened, I would have been out there in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. I'm telling people don't know, man. They paid for it though, because I skated so much every day. All I did was basically suck up all the information. And as soon as I got back, we literally accelerated our skating at so much of a rate. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like I took everything I learned from there and just brought it home. And that basically transitioned most of Virginia. Because we ended up taking what we had in the 804 to the 757. Like that was out near the beach.
Yeah.
And we started making so many more contacts and skating with so many other skaters that it transitioned their skating. It pushed them to do more. Because I was learning more, and they saw me in Jit skating, and we literally turned one part of Virginia into like this mega state where it was just not just 804 skaters, it was 804 and 757 together. So you had the Richmond area, the Tidewater, and Virginia Beach skaters all skating together now. So there was no separation at that point anymore. It was just we were all together at that point.
You know what I like is that, you guys took it upon yourself to, as I mentioned, be a student of the game, which I think is somewhat missing now.
Yeah.
With some of the younger generation, because they're so built on wanting to do it on their own that they don't study it. You know what I'm saying? You guys study it, and it took you to places that you probably would not have been able to go to had you not studied it.
Yeah, you got me and Jim was just talking about that. Being students, man. Being a student of the game is way better than just being some star.
Yeah.
They got to know their history.
Yeah.
Which they don't.
Yeah. Can you turn your mic up a little bit, Jit?
Like
on your cell phone? Yeah. It's kind of low. Trying to hear you a little bit better.
You hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were saying now?
I said a lot of people don't understand the history, man. History is a big thing, and I don't know if that had to do with maybe even when we were coming up. Like I say, I didn't know Bill Butler personally until he knew of me, and I saw him in a couple parties. But when I got to Roll Bounce and I got to know him, we heard of the books, and there's a DVD that came out before that called 8 Wheels of Some Soul Brother Music. Tyrone Dixon. I'm pretty sure he can come out with some footage. Maybe the next couple months or whatever, who helped me kind of get into it. The DVD he put out showed a lot of history that I feel like skaters don't understand their history anymore. They don't really, I don't know if they're so busy worried about just being a highlight reel that they don't care about the history. They don't care about why you're even wearing the skates that you're wearing, why you're lacing the skates that you're even like. The average skater to this day in Virginia doesn't know that they're lacing their skates the way that they're lacing them because Jay Flynn came to Virginia and he was lacing his skates the way that they was. I started lacing my skates that way, and then me and Jit were doing it together. That transitioned most of the skating community here into skating the way they skate, skating the style that they're skating, all the way up to the point of even the skating rinks selling the type of skates that they're able to buy these days, all because of one person came from one area of New York and brought that style here. Now they moved on to Atlanta, and once they moved on, the style stayed here, and me and Jit's age and talent was enough to carry it at that particular point. But they all start feeding off of that, and that's what changed the whole demographic. A lot of skaters don't care enough to even know.
Right.
They're just doing it.
Right.
They're just doing it. They don't care anything about it.
Yeah, it's amazing how one person can come along and just change the whole scene.
Yeah.
Right.
And then over time, it kind of gets lost as to who it was and who did it and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's always good to know your history.
It is.
So
you got to know your history.
Real quick, and this is for each one of you guys. You know, both of you guys to answer. I'm gonna start with Jit first. Okay, when you hit at that point in time, when you hit that skate floor, what was it for you?
For the love.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was a skater.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
I ain't even got to hit the skate floor. I can hit the garage and like music to my feet.
Yeah, it's like that feeling and that emotion just takes over you. Yeah.
Most definitely. I think the skate world kept both of us out of trouble, man. Like I said, we was from a very bad neighborhood too. So skating for us, that kept us out of the streets. It kept us from like, getting involved with drugs or any kind of stuff like that. Like to us, Saturday night going to the skate ring, that was the best for us. And then once the adult scene was like inviting to us and we was like of age to be able to go, that was it, man. We ain't had to skate anymore around kids. We ain't have to wait to an adult session here and there. We literally could just find out where the next session was for the adult community at that time. We're talking about like 99, 2000, 2002. We literally were going skating on the adult scene at that point. If we went to a local skating ring, it was really only to practice or try to help smaller kids develop their skills. But that was it. We just literally started skating, man. Just started traveling a lot more.
The funny thing about it, when we got into Virginia Skate Connection, we were the two youngest members.
Yeah.
So anytime it was a party, we had to. It's like Miss Angie or Big Man had to go and get permission to see if we can get in. But we was already, up there. So by us being young, and a couple of legends like Ice, he can very fast. Konnect can very fast. We didn't come in there to start no trouble. We came in there to skate. And the way how we carry ourselves, didn't nobody know we was like 16, 17 in a 25 and up party.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we were so humble. And it was like we in there with a bunch of adults. And they look at us like, when we skate, they looking at us like, what in the world?
How did y'all get in?
Who is these two young guys and how they get in here?
Yeah.
But they wind up like liking us so much, like, y'all come back to the next party.
Yeah.
Man, you bring them back.
Yeah.
Like,
because the way you carried yourself, though, you didn't carry yourself like an immature young child. You came there with something in mind, and you had a goal, and you stuck to that, and you were very respectful of the floor and respectful of the people, and you came there with a goal.
Yeah, Connie and Nikki, man, they were doing a party called Silver and Gold, called the Scenario.
Yeah.
In Baltimore. That was one of me and Jit's first parties we went to. And we went there, and before we went there, so we went on the back of our shirt. And Jit put Jit on the back of his, I put Diddy on the back of mine. And from that point on, they were giving us a whole lot of love and exposure. but they really like adopted us as literally like their sons or something. Because we were the youngest guys there. We were young. I mean, we were real young. I was probably like, I don't even know if I was even finished with high school at that point. But we were in there traveling, skating. We were there.
Sometimes we on our stuff to travel by stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, you were 16 and 17. Y'all just got on a bus. How was y'all getting? Who had a license at 16? Who had a car?
Me, I had a license.
Who had a car?
I had a license at 16. Yeah, I had a license at 16. I got in trouble because I told my mom to rent us a car. And she rented us a car, and we ended up going further than what the mileage was said we could go. Oh. But I ended up owing way more money because I went to Ohio, and we went to Ohio. We went to Ohio. We supposed to went that many miles, but we went to Ohio, and we was like, we got to the rink, and we had to like get permission, but all we had was our shirts saying that we was from Virginia. We was from Virginia Skate Connection.
Yeah.
And I think it was called the Richmond Soul Rollers at that point. They hadn't transitioned to Virginia Skate Connection yet. It was still Richmond Soul Roller, but it was the same people, just the name hadn't changed yet.
Gotcha.
So we showed them the shirt, and they were like, "Oh, we heard about y'all." I was like, "Yeah, you guys can come in here." And I mean, it was like me, Jit, maybe one other guy, and like 3 other people from like the 757 who we rode out there with. And we drove the rental car, and they drove their car, and we got in. I was scared to death. I thought it was gonna be outside. In that car, like they're not gonna let us in this rink. We had to kick the back door in and sneak in or something, man. Like this been a 11-mile ride driving uphill. We'll do something. It was rough.
We got in there.
Yeah, we skated. We got in there. We skated all night too.
So tell us what happened when your butt got home though.
Man, my mom charged me all kind of money for that damn rental car, man. I don't know if I ever finished paying that thing off. Like, she stayed mad at me for like 5 years behind that money, man. I think I owed her like $300 or something more for that knowledge, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, it was a day woo. That's what it was.
A day woo?
Oh wow. You probably own that car, then.
I know, for real. Y'all own that.
I don't even think they make that car no more.
They don't. They don't.
Man. They're like some type of fake Lexus or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you were styling and profiling when y'all got up there, though, huh?
Yeah, that Daewoo was reliable. We made it. There and back. We made
it. Ain't take much gas though to put in there.
Yeah. No, it was good gas miles. It was nice. Yeah. It made it. I mean, it was a good time.
Oh, but check this out. The kicker is when we went to Empire and the Geo Storm.
Oh, not the storm.
Yeah.
In the Geo Storm. 4 people in the Geo Storm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we drove to New York to go skate at an adult session they had there at a party. And we drove to New York, and my friend had a Geo Storm. And that was the only way we could get there. So we packed all our stuff up, and we went to New York in a Geo Storm. I didn't think his car was gonna make it. I thought we were gonna take the bus back.
I didn't think his car was gonna make it.
Who was smashed in the back seat?
Oh man.
I know y'all knees was all up in the back seat.
It was small, man.
They try to put the tallest person in the back seat with the feet.
That's how it always goes. That's how it always goes.
Man, we have some skate stories, man.
I stayed in the front of.
Yeah, we made it though, man. It was a lot of little stories like that skating, man. Skating was crazy back then. Yeah. I know, like the 757, like even that area that we were trying to like explode in that area, they had their own superstars in the area. I wish they would come on, but they had their own superstars. It was 3 guys, and then it was Cadillac, Bird, and they had another partner named Junior. So when me and Jit was coming up and we started going to that rink, they were the stars. We were so young, we weren't the stars. So they were older than us. We were like maybe 18, 19. They were like 25, 26, somewhere around that area. Somewhere in that age. We were like 18. I guess they were like, 18. So I guess they probably were like maybe 23 or 24. And they were older than us, but they were just as talented. Those guys, once we started getting with those guys, we started seeing a lot of stuff that they were doing, and we all kind of like linked up together. They had these moves called chambers. And the chambers were these moves that like 2 or 3 guys do them at a time, but you got like a little base move in the middle to waste time or to reset the next move. They were so good at that. Me and Jid hadn't learned that yet. They were the guys that were good at it. We weren't good at that yet. So we were skating with them and we were trying to develop our style, and they ended up having a group breakup. So then me and Jit, they wanted me and Jit to skate with them. So we started skating with them and learning the chambers, and we ended up getting better. That group ended up coming back together in like a month or so, but we got the experience of learning how to remember more and skate more. People don't understand that chambers is so important because your mind, you train your mind to remember moves. And once you can train your mind to remember moves and to remember calls and to remember how to do this and that at the same time, it was very good training for us to learn, how to do those things. So Cadillac and Bird Jr. really helped us out to learn like that. And we skated with them for like years on. You're talking about at least 10 to 12 years past this point. We skated with them, around them and everything, and all of us became good friends. But that was part of it too, man. Just skating with those guys. They were the stars.
It's a lot of muscle memory.
Matter of fact, it's a video of all 4 of us. Then at the beach when Tyrone was doing that the casting call for roll bounce at the time.
Yeah, he did the casting call for roll bounce. Indeed. Yep. Yeah, and they were there. Cadillac and Bird were actually there, and they were doing some of the chamber moves on film or roll bounce. Cadillac and Bird actually did roll bounce. Cadillac and Bird came to roll bounce and stayed there, and they did roll bounce. They stayed for like 2 weeks, and they in a hotel like down the hall from me.
Wow.
Yep.
So for you, Jit, besides being on tour, what else have you done? And of course, beating everybody in skating in the duo awards. What else have you been involved in? As far as
pretty much videos. I've been in like 2 videos.
Music videos?
Yeah, music videos.
Which ones?
It's Ooh Wee and what is the other video? I want to say Country Boys. Ooh Wee and Country Boys.
Okay.
Country Boys.
And you were doing your dancing, not skating, correct?
Yeah.
So is dancing sort of like being in the movies? Like we were asking Diddy about getting residuals. When you are a background dancer, you just dance for that particular artist, and then once they're done with the video or whatever, do you get any residual payments for being in that video, or is it just like we pay you now and it's done?
Pay me now and it's done. But by me coming up under that artist, I call it my sister. That's how long I've been dancing behind her.
Okay.
So it's like when we was on the road, we was getting club dates, and club dates, those are pay dates.
Okay.
Right.
So once we do those, that's what we get paid.
Okay.
So what do you do now?
But the record.
So what do you do now?
I do music now, like music installment, and cars and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right.
So you love music and dancing, and skating. It all goes together.
Yeah, all goes hand in hand. Goes hand in hand.
Do what you love, man. Do what you love.
Yeah.
So when was the last time you guys actually got together and skated?
Oh yeah, we skated in my house a lot.
Oh shit, in this garage.
Yeah, luckily I got a garage, man. This pandemic is killing people right now. Yeah, I got a decent garage, so we can skate here. But the pandemic is killing people. So, but luckily, Jit will come here. You bring the jump drive. We skate here in the garage. Skate in the garage. I got the speakers and everything, so we're able to skate here.
So you just said something wrong. You talking bring a jump drive? Why you ain't turn on Skaters Connect? I'm offended now. I'm offended.
I got a smart TV. I can put y'all on now. I ain't know about y'all before, but I got you now though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you guys still do a lot of the routines that you guys were doing then? You guys still
Yeah,
remember
we
them
do a
all?
lot of them.
Really?
Yeah, we do a lot of them, man. I mean, when you skate with
That's
somebody that long, you tell the truth, the moves. I mean, really, the moves they become automatic. You know, we don't really even call them out anymore, or anything like that. They just kind of happen now. I mean, I guess we skate with somebody for like 20 years. You literally can read a person's vibe or read their body and know which way they're gonna go or skate or whatever. You know, I know them very well. So I mean, once you skate with somebody that long, you know them. You know them really well. You can skate with other people good too. There's other guys I've skated with that are really good. But you know, I fit best with Jit. I think if I had to choose another skater to skate with, that I probably skated with really well. I didn't know I was gonna skate well with them. What I did was probably my boy Abdul. He's really tall though. Abdul's name is Rel, but Abdul is what he goes by now. I guess his name has changed. But Abdul is he's a very good skater. He's really good to skate with. He's a lot bigger than me and Jit. He's really tall. So he's very tall. Like that dude is probably like 6'5" or 6'6" or something. Okay. I'm only 5'9". But he's a very good skater. But that's probably the only guy I've skated with that's just as I could say I could read his moves just as well. I would say Abdul. Probably Brian too. I've skated with Brian a couple of times. He's really good too. But Abdul, I would probably pick him over a lot of people. If I had to say one other than Jit, I would probably say Abdul. Because I skate with him very well. Every time I skate with him, it's always good. It's never bad.
Okay, and you, Jit, if you had to skate with someone else?
I mean, it had to be. It's a female though.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a female.
Jit skates better with females than I've ever skated with females. He skates really good with females. Really good with females.
All right, man. Nothing wrong with that.
She skate identical. She skate identical to me because I trained her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, then that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, Glory down. That's
Glory.
That's
Glory.
my mini me.
Yeah, I would only skate with it's only one female skater really good, and that's probably Chrissy. Chrissy in North Carolina. I skate with her really well. She's really good, but she goes with the flow. But I skate really well with Chrissy, but that's probably about it. Female wise, nah. I think I've ever skated with any other one. You know, probably Chrissy. That's about it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, guy wise, Brian, like Brian, Abdul, Stanley, Cam.
Yeah.
Cameron. He's a new skater that's real humble.
Right.
Charles. There's a couple young guys that I skate with that's eager and humble and just laid back.
So what's next on you guys' world domination of roller skating? I know you guys are still plotting and planning. Do you guys have anything that you guys want to do?
I'm ready to hire y'all for an event. I want to see if y'all still got it. We got something coming up. I want to see Diddy and Jit in the middle.
I still got it.
I'm in the middle.
Hey, look.
There ain't nothing.
The funny thing about it. The funny thing about it, about him being off the scene, like talking about, and I still pop up every now and then. It's like when people see both of us together, they be like, "Oh boy,
let me just go home. Let me go home. Yeah, I ain't gonna get no girls tonight."
Yeah, right. Yeah, man, we were very fortunate to be able to skate like that. For a number of years that we were able to skate like that, it was pretty good. You know, I think that it's a lost art, man. Like you don't see a lot of people that want a partner. They don't want a partner. They don't want a team skate. And this is the thing about it. They don't realize that the style that Bill Butler created, the jamming technique, it was created only to skate really with a partner. You weren't supposed to skate it alone. So if you look at it, he has a book that he made. So that book, it's an instructional book that he basically had published and everything. Bill Butler's book shows that style skated with a person. It's supposed to be with a person. If you can't do it with a person, you don't supposed to skate it. It has rules. I mean, and people may get mad at me and Jed or say that maybe we're hard on some people, or I have been hard on people about doing a move correctly. But that style that we skate called the jamming technique, that style has rules. So you have to it's rules about where your feet can be, how they can be it, in the order they're supposed to be at. It's just like basketball. It's just like tennis or any other sport. You can't do what you want to do. It's rules. It's rules to do it. If you have to operate within the rules in order to make it look good. If you didn't operate any rules, people just do what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's not how it runs.
Yeah.
It's just like basketball. You can't pick up the ball and just run down the court. You got to dribble. You have there are rules that you have to abide by in order to make it look right. So
weight shifting,
weird story. Yeah, you have to do all this stuff. And Mikey, God bless his soul, rest in peace to Mikey. But we were in roll bounce and we were doing roll bounce, and Mikey was the instructor. He was like the head guy. He was Bow Wow's stunt double. He would also teach us moves, like, make us do all these moves. One day the moves became so hard, nobody was getting it. Mikey was the only one getting it. And we're stumbling, and I say, hey, Mike. I said, man, look, let's just 86 it. Let's just change it. Mikey spazzes on me and says, no, we ain't 86 and nothing. We're going to be here all day until y'all get the move. And he got right in my face. Mikey was way shorter than me. Mikey got right in my face and stood in my face. He was older than me, and I knew not to test Mikey. Mikey was like old enough to be my daddy. I was like, nah, man. Like, Mikey said, we going to be here all day till y'all get this move. We ain't 86 and nothing. Mikey was very hard, but he was very precise. He gained my respect because he wouldn't let me quit. He would let nobody else quit. So after that, my standard for learning moves went up because I felt like you should never be in here changing moves or quitting. If this is what you have in your mind to do and you really want to do it, you should do it that way and do it and abide by the rules. Don't change it to make yourself like adjust to feel better. Like you're just weakening your ability. Yeah. And I was hard on a lot of the guys that we skated with. Like the guys that was with me in JIT, I was hard on them. I would take you from your favorite song that you waited to come on. I would grab you and tell you, we're not here to hear your favorite song. Hear your favorite song at the skate party we about to go to. I would stop you from doing all the moves that you thought you were good at. I would make you do the moves that you weren't good at. I would go to the skate ring myself and wouldn't practice no moves that I were good at. I would pay my money to go to the skating rink and practice all the moves that we weren't good at.
That's actually good advice.
Yeah,
that's actually good advice.
Because I knew that we were skating with other guys that were potentially, skating more times than me and JIT were skating. Me and JIT sometimes were skating maybe twice a week. You got guys in New York that were skating sometimes 4 times a week. And they had better DJs and better music. And you're going to go to skate parties and prove that Virginia has an identity? It's not going to happen that way. We have to practice and we have to be serious. So a lot of times I came off, like an a-hole sometimes, but it paid off for the guys that were able to get the fruits of their labor later on down the road. They were able to say, we learned a lot more. We learned more about our history, and they were able to make friends, and then their friends end up skating a lot better and getting that style. But if we had never been hard on these people, they wouldn't have gotten that far.
So were you just as hard on? Were you just as hard on JIT? And JIT, how did you take it when he came with the hammer?
Oh, when he came with the hammer, I just backed him up.
Okay.
I had to be a jerk a lot of times, man. Trust me.
When he did that, by me doing the musicality, the moves that he showed on, I'll pick him up right after that and do it with the music.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I showed him how. Yeah, I make him fall in with the music. Like if you the same moves that he taught you, listen to the music and do it with the music.
Okay.
Like,
right. Be as one with it. Don't force it.
Don't force it.
Just let it go. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna put you in that move. Just go in it. Don't think about it. So everything that he taught them, I did the same thing with them. What's up with the music?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they'd be like, "Oh, did I just do that?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you just did.
So real quick, before we get out of here, JIT, what I think we asked Diddy this already. If If not, you can go ahead and elaborate on it. But Jit, for you, what advice would you give to the youngsters that are coming up?
Mm.
The main thing I can say is they got to know the history, and they got to be humble instead of being cocky. Like it's a couple of them cocky and arrogant that think they know it all, but they gonna wind up falling. Or somebody like me or Diddy wind up putting them in their place.
Yeah.
And by putting them in their place is like, if you want to skate with me, I'm gonna show you up, but I'm not gonna go hard as you go hard. Excuse me. I can do small stuff and make them look like nothing.
Yeah.
Small stuff in that one spot. While they all around the rink, I can do it in one spot. And they be like, how you do that?
Yeah.
That's why I say they need to know their history.
Okay.
And yeah, go back to being a student of the game, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people, it's that small percentage, man. A lot of that work ethic and practice and stuff like that. You know, it's a lot of good basketball players in the league, man. It's a lot of good guys that even play tennis pro. But the guys that you will see that go pro, or the guys that you see that remain at the top, those are the guys that practice harder in the off season. They don't take months off. They don't cheat moves. They don't do anything. They look at more film. Me and Jit literally took this like we were professionals. We literally trained like we were professionals. But this is how other people train that lived in other places. Guys, if you ever lived in Chicago, like when I went to Chicago,
they're serious, yeah.
They're serious. These people skate 3-4 times a week. If you go to Detroit, they have adult sessions during the day. The day they have adult. I mean, that's why they're so good. You can't skate 2 times a week or just 1 time a week and think you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. You get out of it what you put into it. And a lot of people think that they literally think that that's what they're supposed to do. Like these kids want to be Brandon Young. They don't know that Brandon Young skates all the time. That kid skates probably 4 or 5 times a week. When he's doing nothing, when I can guarantee if he can't get into a skating rink, he's probably skating outside. That's why he's that good.
Yeah.
He lives, eats, and breathes it. And even to a point where if you look at the things that he wants to do in the roller skating world, he's trying different skates. He's trying different styles. That kid is transitioning over into throwing his own parties. Everything that he does in his lifestyle is revolved around like roller skating. All that translates into your ability. And we try to get that through to a lot of young people, and some of them only 22, 23. So I can't expect you to get it now. It'll come more as you get older. As you get older, you slow up a little. A lot of it will get a little more clear. But we would like to see a lot more work ethic, a lot more work ethic, a lot more creativity, a lot more of that. Not just depending on YouTube and looking at Instagram or whatever your favorite skater is doing moves and copying what they're doing move for move. You know, the creativity is the biggest thing that I see in skaters. And everybody to me, no, this is gonna sound bad, but nobody wants to be anybody's enemy. Yeah. When I skated, I knew the guys in New York were really good. So even if me and Mahaja were friends, we were very competitive against each other. A lot of skaters I was very competitive against. Skaters in Jersey I was very competitive against. And we're friends we're friends off of the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're friends off of the floor, but I was very competitive.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be friends with everybody. Yeah. When they were making the Osos and they had their own little group and the Osos and stuff, I didn't want to join their group. I wanted to be all Virginia. I wanted to be me and Jit and our crew that we had in Virginia Skate Connection. I was very competitive in trying to make what we had stand for something. And that's what I wanted to be. I didn't want to join forces with anybody else. I wanted to be what I wanted to be. And I didn't care if you were my friend or not. I was going to try to be competitive against you. And that's how I was built. I was built just like that.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, we greatly appreciate having you guys both on here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
You know, having you guys
Family,
on.
huh?
Say again. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Finally, huh?
Yeah, we was waiting on you.
Yeah, it's a little bit of hit and miss, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of hit and miss, but we finally got it right. So, but
Yeah,
definitely appreciate you taking out the time to speak with us and sharing your story with the skate community. Because
most
me
definitely.
personally, for myself, I'm just gonna speak for myself right now. I love hearing everyone else's story. Because I've lived mine and I see what you guys have done. So hearing your story, I'm kind of living vicariously through you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Most definitely. Thank
yeah.
you.
So definitely appreciate you guys and what you guys have done for the skate community. We'll definitely keep in touch. Make sure you
Yeah.
guys keep in touch with us. Let us know
Most
if you
definitely.
guys got
Most
any
definitely.
Oh yeah.
projects coming up or anything like that, or
Yeah.
events that you guys are gonna throw. Maybe you guys will eventually throw an event. Hint,
Yeah.
hint. Maybe one day. So
Yeah.
yeah,
This
definitely.
pandemic, I believe we can do some stuff. Huh?
Yeah, as soon as
In a
this
way.
thing's over, we
Yeah.
have a big old COVID party.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Nationwide.
exactly.
nationwide, yeah, nationwide. So definitely
Yeah.
appreciate you guys, and for
Hey,
everyone
pull
that
up.
who is tuning in and listening or watching the video, greatly appreciate you
Yeah.
guys too. Don't forget to share the app,
Mhm.
and until then, we will see
See
you
you
guys
on
on
the
the wood.
wood.